I speak for all the Ripken staff and everyone that's helped put this event on and tell you how genuinely excited we really are to have you guys all here today. To get this kind of talent all on the same field, working with some of the guys we'll introduce in a second here, Cal and Bill Ripken. We're all ecstatic that you're here, and we're excited to see what the next few hours holds for us. Before we get started, I want to take this time to thank a couple people and partners that really helped make this event possible. First, Cal and Bill Ripken, who again you'll get to meet here in a few minutes, along with their father, Cal Sr. They're the reason this facility exists. They're the reason all of us are here today, including you guys. Their passion for the game, the desire to teach the game the right way is really exciting to see, both as a staff member here and personally. I've been a baseball fan my whole life, and it's something that you just don't see every day. So without them, none of this would happen. So that's number one. Number two, I want to thank a couple partners that helped make this event possible. First would be Baseball America and Three Step. Both fantastic organizations, really the key operators for us here. And the best part about working with them is great organizations that really know how to run everything, but they have even better people. Working with them has made it that much easier for us, and we can't thank them enough for both coming to us with this idea and really making it happen. With that in mind, I want to introduce Ben Lee. So Ben Lee works for Three Step. He has been our point of contact throughout this entire the planning and the organizing of this event, and he has been unbelievable. I don't have enough good things to say about him. I'm going to turn it over to him real quick. He's going to talk to you a little bit more about what he does, what Baseball America and Three Step are up to these days.
All right. Thanks to everybody for being here today. I'm Ben. I'm with Three Step Sports, and you're wondering, what is Three Step Sports? Nobody necessarily knows our brand, but they know who we work with. We work with ESPN. We work with USA Today High School Sports. We work with Gatorade on their Player of the Year platform. We work with Under Armour on an event series for football. We own a field hockey company, and we own Baseball America. And I've been in the baseball space for 10 plus years. In fact, I actually worked at Ripken Baseball before this hotel was built, which is incredible to see. And I've always thought the baseball industry needed a different camp. Like, the showcase is great, and it's an opportunity to show yourself, but there's more events that need to be about learning and getting better and getting real instruction. On our side, we've done football camps with Deion Sanders just for defensive backs. We've done linebacker camps with Ray Lewis, and they're small settings, and they're amazing experiences because those two guys want to work with athletes. So we took that concept, we brought it to Ripken, and we said, let's do the same thing in baseball, because Ripken has an amazing facility, amazing staff. We've got the media side, we've got the operations, and they have Cal and Bill who want to do this. You can't just do this with anybody. You have to have the right people in place that have the passion, the energy, the background, and want to do it. So for us, this is a perfect event. It's a pilot. This is the first time we've done this. You don't know how it'll all play out. My gut tells me we'll do many of these every year moving forward. But we ask you guys to provide feedback. What do you like? What do you not like? What can we improve? Please be honest. We want to know. And I hope you enjoy the day because it's going to be an awesome afternoon. We've got great weather. And from there, I'm going to pass it over to our editor-in-chief from Baseball America, BJ Schechter, who actually flew up from Jupiter. There's a big event down there for high school kids right now. We wanted to come up today to see this event, to see you guys, and he's got a few words for you. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to BJ.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ben. Ben is really the engine behind this, and so thanks to Cal and Billy Ripken and the whole Ripken team, Under Armour, and all of you for coming. As Ben said, I was in Jupiter yesterday. There were 88 teams. There was probably 15,000 people, but quite honestly, I'd rather be here for many reasons. Intimate setting to learn the game and the fundamentals from the best that ever played the position, and it is quite an opportunity. So we are thrilled to have you guys here, and you guys were hand-selected by our team at Baseball America, and you might be wondering, like, what's Baseball America? I get this all the time, and I was at Sports Illustrated for 20 years. When I was at SI, I built our website, si.com. And they're like, well, what's si.com? Isn't that just a magazine? with that. So with all of you, you guys were hand selected by our guys, and so our Baseball America writers are essentially scouts for the public. So we hope to get you engaged, not only by being in here, by checking out our publication, the new and improved BA. Don't look at our website yet. We're launching a new one in February. It's going to be really, really cool. The one right now actually makes me physically ill, so please don't look at it yet. But we hope that this is the start of a long-standing relationship, not only with Ripken's. We've enjoyed a great relationship with Under Armour, and so we're thrilled to have you guys here today to learn from the very, very best. So, I was very excited to get up here from Florida yesterday, where there were a lot of elite prospects, but I'm really more excited to see you guys interact with Cal and Billy and step up your game and soak up from the very best that has ever played. So thank you for coming, and with that, I will turn it back over to Brian. Thank you.
So we've got one more partner to introduce. We've got Diamond Kinetics here. They're going to be part of the offensive portion of this event. They're going to hook you guys up with some real cool data that honestly I use before our company softball game, and if it can make me better, I'm real interested to see what it can do for you guys. There's a few people I want to introduce from the Ripken side of things. It'll be kind of your go-to people. Anybody with a black and gray shirt on, if you've got questions, if you need anything at all, just grab one of them. But from our side, we've got John Bramlett. He's our Executive Vice President of Amateur Baseball and Growth. And like DJ mentioned about Ben, he's been the driving force for us behind this event. So he'll be emceeing a couple other portions, so you'll hear him on the mic later this afternoon. We've got John Rowland. He's our Director of Youth Marketing here. Any of the gear that you guys see, the pretty cool swag we all got hooked up with, the branding, the logistics of the event, he's been unbelievable for that, and this really wouldn't have happened without him. The last two people from our side, we've got Brett Curl and Ryan Heller, who are right over here. They're going to be with the combination of the rest of our ops staff, kind of running everything on the field for you guys today. We're real excited because they've got everything buttoned up. They know what's going on. So now for the fun stuff. I'm going to turn this over pretty quickly here to Mr. Cal Ripken, 19-time All-Star, 2-time AL MVP, 2-time Gold Glove winner, 1983 World Series champ, and holds the record for most consecutive games played, as many of you know, at 2,632. So without further ado.
Thank you. Welcome, all of you. I was just trying to think, going over Billy and I's history in baseball. We realized that my last year was 2001. And as time goes on, sometimes you're forgotten about in little ways, but the basic fundamental instruction really is never forgotten. So what we'd like to do today is, we know you guys can play. You wouldn't be here unless you couldn't play. We'd like to add to your game. We'd like you to pick up a few things that maybe it's terminology, maybe you hear something differently, maybe you hear something just in a little different direction than you have, but it all of a sudden makes sense to you. So our hope is that you find one or two things that you can add to your game, because that's really the key, is adding to your game. When you have different coaches along the way, sometimes you have coaches that are really good, sometimes you have coaches that aren't so good. But the goal is you should try to find one thing from that coach that's not so good that you can add to your game. So keep an open mind on all that. Now, Billy and I had the Encyclopedia of Baseball for a dad. Now, a lot of kids can claim that their dads know a lot about baseball, but our dad was in professional baseball, and for the first 14 years of my life, he was a minor league manager. And those days in the minor league manager, they didn't have all these other coaches with them. So he was the pitching coach, the hitting coach, the infield instructor, the outfield instructor, the base running coach. And he took care of everything. And we hung out at the ballpark, and many times we learned the game by him instructing with other players. So we'd listen in and we'd hear all the fundamentals. And as we got going on through baseball, we matched the talent to be able to play in the big leagues, but we had an advantage that we knew how to play the game at a higher level, a little finer level that gave us an advantage. And Dad wanted to pass that on to as many people as he could in the Oriole organization, and he passed it on to us. And because we felt we were pretty lucky, when we ended up finishing baseball, we decided we want to give some of that to the kids that are playing baseball, to give them a chance. Now, this beautiful place here was a dream of ours to build, and we built it for the experience of the kids playing the game. Now, all you guys play, you're really game experience, you're playing all kinds of games, travel experience, but many times you don't get to practice what you learn in the game. And so this place was supposed to be a practice facility as well. But as we started to go on, a lot of our teaching started to get dummied down to a younger level. People that just came in, some of our camps were younger, some of our camps became more recreational. And we've always wanted to get a group of people that we could actually pass on things that they could get, they could receive, they could apply. And I know Billy has wanted to do that for a long time, so this is an opportunity for us to do that with you guys. So keep an open mind. We want your feedback. Tell us what you think. And I think you'll enjoy yourself. You'll enjoy being with Billy for sure. I don't know if you watch Billy on MLB Network. He's quite good. But he has the gift of gab. He's got a big old grand personality. And here he comes right now struggling down the steps. You didn't ride your bike. So Billy is interesting. I played shortstop for 15 years and played third base for 6. Brother Billy had a chance to play starting second baseman when the first part of his career, and then he moved around as more of a utility player. But he played first in the big leagues, second in the big leagues, short in the big leagues, and third in the big leagues. And so he has a perspective from all the different positions by actually doing it at the highest level. So he's a fantastic instructor. You'll learn a lot about him, and you'll laugh a little bit when Billy starts his being Billy. So without introduce you to Billy.
Check. All right. Junior didn't leave me a whole lot of meat on the bone. He covered an awful lot of nice things about the history and everything else, but he usually spurs me in some sort of conversation when he mentioned hanging around Dad in the minor leagues as a manager. I remember I was 8 years old, Asheville, North Carolina. Dad was talking to a second baseman named Richie Dower about the double play turn. And I'm out there on the field and I'm listening, getting nothing. Right over my head. And 7 years later, when I was 15 years old and I was on a baseball field in high school, I had 100% total recall of what he was talking about with Rich Dower. And I got it and understood it, and it helped me ever since. The other thing Junior said was probably as much his advice as seniors. I was in AA baseball in 1986. I called Cal one time and I said, hey man, this roving guy told me I can't do this. And Cal says, well, I don't understand why he said that. Frank White does it all the time. And I said, man, I'm done with this dude. And Junior says, no, you cannot be done with that dude. Because you may not like him, and that's okay, but if you can take something from him, that doesn't change your fact that you don't like him, but you're going to be a better person if you actually listen. And sure enough, I don't know if it was 3 weeks later, he was roving back through again. He was talking to another guy in the locker room down the rollways. And he was talking about hitting the outside pitch. And I definitely had problems hitting the outside pitch. And I heard it, and I absorbed it, and I went out there the next night or that night and got 2 knocks, one up the middle and one the other way, on breaking balls away. And it was something about a conversation that he had with another player, not even me. And it was Junior's advice to me, you can't shut him out. You have to be able to take one thing from everybody that you run across. And that goes back to today. If, as Cal said, you can take 1 or 2 biscuits from us today, and it makes you better, then we did the right thing today. Don't know where it's going to go, but the fact of the matter is you guys are here because you can play and you've been recognized for being able to play. Everybody who puts this on their hand can make a diving play and get up and throw somebody out. But not everybody who can put this on their hand can catch the ball 99 times out of 100 and throw it exactly where they're supposed to. And that's something to think about in the future moving on. We are still going to be very basic today, but the idea of us being basic with some kids with some talent is we can throw a couple little biscuits in there in the head during the basic stuff, which I hope you sit there and shake your head and go, I get it. And then you get it, you do it, it pays off, and you're a better player down the road. So what we hope is this may help you today, but maybe 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, 4 years down the road, whatever that brings to you in your spot in baseball, you can refer back to today, and you can understand and you can get what's going on. So we appreciate you guys coming out, trusting us the facts. I have to apologize a little bit to the first baseman / third baseman. You're going to catch a lot of throws at first base today. But understand this in the scheme of things. If you're a good first baseman, you're the only one in the infield that has the ability to make every one of the other guys better. And if you watch the guys that can handle themselves at first base, they're great plays made in the big leagues every day. And a lot of times at the end of that great play, it's a ball in the dirt at the first base. Or it's a ball up the line, either side, and the first baseman has great footwork and he does something to finish the play off nobody talks about. They always talk about the third baseman that's diving backhand on the chalk, but if the first baseman knows what he's doing, he makes everything look better. So I am going to beat up on you guys a little bit about that. If my middle infielders throw it away, it's not their fault, it's the first baseman's fault. I'm just saying that right now. All righty, Brian, you got to get here and tell these people where they're going to go from here. See?
Couple logistics just before we get going. Players, we've got a couple people right at the top of the stairs. They're going to walk you down.